If you lost your job today, could you survive for the next 6 months? If an emergency struck, do you have enough saved or would you go into debt? Most people don't have a strong financial foundation, but today we're going to change that. By the end of this video, you will know the exact steps to build a lasting wealth and protect your financial future. So if you're interested, come, let's dive in. Welcome back to chapter 5. Here we're talking about the wealth curve versus the responsibility curve. Life is a journey of financial growth and responsibilities. In your early years, expenses like student loans, mortgages, and raising kids take most of your income. But as you get older, these responsibilities should decrease while your wealth should increase. This is where the X curve concept comes in, helping you transform your financial dependency to financial independence. The first thing is understanding the wealth curve versus the responsibility curve. Imagine two lines on a graph. The responsibility curve goes down because in early life you have high financial responsibilities, rent, mortgage, loan, child expenses, so the curve is going down. Then over time, these expenses decrease, kids grow up, debt is paid off, and financial burdens lessen. So that is where this wealth curve comes in. And now this curve goes up. The wealth curve goes up. When you're younger, you have less wealth because you're just starting out. Over time, as you save, invest, and pay off debt, your wealth should increase. The goal here, by the time your financial responsibilities decrease, your investments and savings should have grown enough to provide financial independence. Another thing we're going to discuss is the X curve concept, which is from protection to financial freedom. The X curve is a wealth building strategy that helps you transform from needing financial protection like insurance, emergency funds, to being self sufficient through assets and investments. I'm going to talk about this in different ages. At young age, you have more responsibilities and less wealth. So you need strong financial protection like insurance, emergency funds. Most of your income goes towards expenses. So you have to start saving and investing. Even small amounts matter. At middle age, you're balancing responsibilities and wealth. Your income increases, your debt should start decreasing. So focus on paying off loans, investing aggressively, and securing assets. Also increase savings and protect your growing wealth. At retirement age, you have less responsibility, more wealth. So you should have enough wealth to sustain you without relying on income. Your investments and savings generate passive income. That is dividends, your real estate, and the. So here you're now financially independent and no longer need heavy financial protection. The key takeaway here is that the faster you move from financial dependency to financial security, the sooner you gain control over your life. Another point we're going to talk about is debt-free living. Why smart people own their homes faster. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles to wealth. Smart financial planning helps you eliminate debt faster and build wealth sooner. Let's talk about why becoming debt-free should be a priority. You have no monthly debt payment. This equates more freedom. Let's talk about how to pay off debt faster. First, make extra payments. Even $100 per month can shave off years of mortgage. Use windfalls wisely, that is bonuses, tax refunds. Pay off debt instead of splurging. Another is to avoid lifestyle inflation. Keep expenses low even as income increases. Smart home owners focus on paying off their homes sooner and not just making minimum payments. The final takeaway here is mastering the wealth curve versus the responsibility curve. The first is your responsibilities decrease over time while your wealth should increase. The next, debt free living accelerates financial freedom. We're done with this chapter. In the next chapter, I'll be discussing how to unlock the secrets of passive income. I'll see you in the next. Come back. So we're now in chapter 6. Here we'll be talking about the harsh truth, why some people stay poor while others get rich. What separates the wealthy from those who struggle financially? Hmm? What separates? It's not luck or hard work, it's understanding how money works. The truth is, there are two types of people in the world. The first are those who understand money and make it work for them. The second, those who don't understand and work for money their whole lives. Let's break this down and uncover why financial freedom is the difference between wealth and financial struggle. First, we're going to talk about the two parts, the world builders versus the money traps. So let's talk about the world builders. These are people who get rich. These people understand how money grows and take advantage of the tools available to them. They invest early and consistently. They know money grows with time. The second, they let compound interest work for them. Instead of saving, they invest in stocks, real estate, and other assets. The third, they avoid bad debts. They know debt is a tool used wisely for investment, not lifestyle inflation. Another point, they live below their means. No unnecessary luxury purchases, just smart financial planning. The next, they focus on assets, not liability. They buy things that make them money, like stocks, rental properties, not things that just drain their wallets. And do you know the result? Their money grows, and over time, they no longer have to work for money. Money starts to work for them. The next people, the next people are the money traps. These are the people who stay poor. These people fall into common financial traps that keep them stuck in a circle of working for money instead of making money work for them. First, they live paycheck to paycheck. Instead of saving and investing, they spend everything they earn. Second, they rely on credit cards and loans. High interest debt drains their income. The next, they delay saving and investing. Procrastination costs them years of potential wealth growth. The next, they spend on liabilities, not assets. Expensive cars, designer clothes, and gadgets, but no investments. The next, they don't understand how money grows. They think saving in a low interest bank account is enough. And do you know the result? They work for money their whole lives, never building wealth or financial security. Now, we're going to talk about how compound interest can make you rich or keep you poor. Compound interest is one of the most powerful tools in finance. It can either work for you by growing investments or work against you by increasing your debts. Yeah, let's talk about the magic of compound interest when it works for you. When you invest, your money earns interest, and then that interest earns more interest. So over time, this creates exponential growth. Let's give an example with investing $200 a month at 8% interest. You start at age 25. That way, you will have $600,000 plus by retirement. And if you start at age 35, you have only $250,000. And if you start at age 45, you have less than $100,000. The lesson here is the sooner you start investing, the easier it is for you to build wealth. Next is the debt trap. Debt, when I say debt, I mean DEBT, that's debt. It's pronounced debt, but the debt trap. When compound interest works against you. Because debt also compounds. It compounds this time it's compounding in the wrong direction. If you're paying high interest rates, your debt can go faster than you can pay it off. So let me give an example. You have a credit card debt of $5,000 at 20% interest, and you're only paying the minimums. This takes over 25 years to pay off, and it ends up costing you $15,000 plus interest. The lesson here is if you carry high interest debt, you're making banks rich instead of yourself. So now let's talk about how to move from financial struggle to financial success. Do you really want to switch from working for money to making money work for you? Just follow the steps. The first one, pay yourself first. Save and invest before spending. The second step, start investing now. Even small amounts add up over time. The third, avoid high interest debts. Pay off credit cards and loans quickly. The fourth, focus on assets. Invest in things that make you money: stocks, businesses, real estate, and the rest. And the fifth, educate yourself. Financial literacy is the key to wealth. Yes, financial literacy is the key to wealth. Final takeaway here is the harsh truth about money. The rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. That is one truth. Time and compound interest are either your best friends or your worst enemies. Financial success is about knowledge and action, not just luck. I'm done. And in the next chapter, which is the last one, we'll be talking about breaking free, how to escape the paycheck to paycheck. Here, we're talking about your next steps, taking charge of your financial future. If you're there from the first chapter, thank you for sticking around this long. And let's proceed. Now that you understand the building blocks of financial success, it's time to take action. Building wealth is not just about knowledge, it's about implementation. This chapter will guide you through the critical steps to take right now so that you can secure your financial future. First, you have to reduce debt. The first key to financial freedom. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles to building wealth. If you're constantly paying off high interest debt, it's impossible to accumulate assets or invest in your future. The action step here is to start by focusing on paying off high interest debt first. Prioritize credit card balances, payday loans, or any other debt with high interest. Use the debt snowball method, which is pay off the smallest debt first, then move to the next. This builds momentum and keeps you motivated. Mhm. And remember, avoid taking on new debts, especially for things that don't add value in the future. If you can't pay for it in cash, it's probably not a good idea to buy it. Yes. So always have that in mind and work with that. The next, increase savings, the safety net for your future. Savings is a safety net for your future. So savings is the first step to building wealth. But you can't just save for the sake of savings. You need to save with purpose. So the action here is make it a habit to pay yourself first. Yes, save a percentage of every paycheck, even if it's even if it's only 5% or 10%. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account to ensure you are consistently putting money away. Another point, emergency fund. Start by building an emergency fund that can cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. This will protect you from unexpected events like job loss, medical emergencies, or any financial setbacks. Next is to invest wisely. This is the path to long term wealth. Investing is where your money begins to work for you. However, many people shy away from investing because they believe it's too risky or complicated. But the truth is, without investing, you will never build wealth at the pace you need. The action step here is invest consistently, even with small amounts. Start with low cost index funds or ETFs. This allows you to spread your investments across different stocks and reducing risk. Utilize tax advantage accounts like IRAs, 401ks, TFSAs, RRSPs to maximize your savings. Avoid the temptation of get rich quick schemes. Building wealth is about patience and discipline. A bonus tip, the earlier you start, the more time your investment will have to grow. Compound interest is your ally. The next point, which is the fourth point, is to protect your assets that safeguard your future. Protection is crucial for your financial well being. Life can throw curveballs, and without the proper protection, you can lose everything you've worked for. The action step here, evaluate your insurance needs. Health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, and property insurance are all essential to ensure that you're covered in case of unexpected events. Don't skip insurance because of the cost. It's far more expensive to lose everything and you now have to rebuild it. It's difficult and more expensive. Consider life insurance early, please, especially if you have dependents. This protects your family if something happens to you. And the fifth point we're going to talk about is the mindset shift. Are you being responsible with your money? Building wealth requires a mindset shift. It's about seeing money as a tool to achieve your goals, not as something to be spent impulsively. So, the action step here is to start treating your finances with responsibility. Every financial decision you make should be aligned with your long term goal. Begin living below your means. Avoid lifestyle inflation as your income grows. Make decisions that prioritize your financial freedom over instant gratification. Thank you. And we're done with it. Did you enjoy this? You ask what's next. In my next video, I'll be talking about insurance. I'll try to break down insurance, what you really need and what you need to avoid. Insurance is one of the most important tools for protecting your wealth. So understanding how to use it wisely is also a game changer for your financial future. So my final takeaways here. It's been a long ride and it's my pleasure to have you here. If you started with us and you're here till now, you're the real MVP. And thank you. So the final takeaways now is for you to take control now. Remember, your financial future is in your hands. Take responsibility for your money. Reduce debt, increase savings, invest wisely, and protect your assets. Another thing I'm going to tell you is small actions today lead to massive rewards tomorrow. It's time to build your financial journey. Start now, okay? After listening to everything I've said so far, from chapter 1 to 7, you will understand that it's not about what you earn, it's what you keep that builds wealth. So now that you understand how to build a strong financial foundation, what's the first step you will take today? I'll need you to comment below. If you want more money tips, please hit the like button and subscribe for more financial insights. Our next video, just like I said, I'm going to take my time just like I did this time around to explain insurance, the importance of it, break it down. I talked about life insurance, I talked about protection, I talked about disability and different types of insurance. I'll take my time to break it down, and I hope that this first discussion on financial foundation has been impactful. I hope it's giving you, it's opened your eyes and it's giving you a reason to take your finances serious. I personally am taking my finances seriously. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next. Continue to stick around with me, and I'll continue to drop nice and important nuggets. Bye.